time for Nerdgasm.
Hey, what's up, Nerdgasm fans? Jerry here, aka Barnacules. Now, you guys know I am a raging audiophile. Well, audio enthusiast.
Audio enjoyer?
I like audio.
Now, you guys have probably seen I've done tons of reviews on headphones, headphone amplifiers. I love audio.
Alright, are we clear on that?
Well, the awesome guys over at Massdrop.com thought I'd be interested in reviewing a pair of these. These are the Shure SE846 Sound Isolating Headphones. Well, I should say earphones. They're not headphones. And they're kind of more like earbuds because you jam them in your ear. And just so you guys know I'm serious about this whole audio thing, I mean, I made Beats by Jerry. These are custom homemade headphones.
Yeah, you can't buy these in store.
I'll be honest though, they don't sound that good. But I'm betting these do. All right, let's take these little morsels out of the box and see if they're worth that hefty price tag.
You better be worth it, so help me God.
Alright guys, well I want to start off by saying Massdrop is actually going to be giving a pair of these away for free, which I was actually kind of surprised about because they are so expensive. So if you guys would like a chance to get a pair of these for free, all you have to do is go to Massdrop.com and sign up for an account. It's free, it's a really cool service that basically allows you to say what products you like, and then if they get enough people together that like that certain product, they negotiate rock bottom pricing so that everybody gets a great deal. I've actually used the site several times myself. If you guys follow my channel, you probably know that by now. Now the giveaway ends on January 19th, so make sure you go over and sign up for an account before then, and they'll draw a name on the 19th and contact you so they know where to mail it to.
Because who wouldn't want a $1,000 pair of earbuds? Oh.
Alright, now the first thing I notice about these guys is the box is insanely heavy. I mean, this feels like a brick, so it's kind of funny because you think earbuds would be incredibly lightweight, and I'm sure they are, but there is a lot of heavy stuff in this box. I'm curious to find out what it is. Now, I've really been getting into in-ear monitors lately. I've used these guys right here, the Air Audio in-ear monitor. Now, these are actually advertised as earphones. Now, the big difference there is in-ear monitors are designed to give you a perfectly flat sound. It's not very flattering to most music. Now the cool thing about something like this where you have earphones is these are designed to sound good. These are designed to just sit down and listen to music with. So this will be really cool. Okay, the box looks like it's just glued closed here. Let's open it up. Okay, ooh. Inside the box we have a nicer box. It sure is a nicer box. See what I did there? Sure is. Yeah. Ooh, magnetized. Alright, well I already see something that I really like. Up here it says an earphone with true subwoofer performance. Now the one thing that was severely lacking in the IEMs that I reviewed is they didn't have a lot of bass. So I'm actually really excited to try these now that I know that subwoofer performance was a factor.
Because who doesn't like bass, baby?
Alright, so it looks like we have a manual here on the SE846s. But I don't think we're going to need the manual. Ooh, an insert telling you how to get custom inserts. Now, for those of you guys, they come with like one-size-fits-all things that go in your ear, but you can actually get these things molded that are fit to your ear canal perfectly. I still haven't done it for a set of my in-ear monitors, but I'm probably going to do it for these if they sound really good, because I really want to experience that. Okay, it comes with a limited warranty. Ah, I've deciphered it. 1-year warranty. Okay, we have addendum that's all in Chinese, so I can't read that. And last but not least, oh, yellow sheet of paper. It says, listening to audio at excessive volumes can cause permanent hearing damage. Sure it does. Sure it does. Sure it does. Alright, let's get to the bread and butter of this review. This looks like a see-through Pelican case. This is actually a really, really nice case, which I would expect from a pair of earbuds that are so freaking expensive. Okay, we got our little Shure cleaning rag, which I'm sure you can also use on your monitor and other unmentionables. Looks like you have the earphones right here. They're actually in a little custom fit foam thing. That's pretty awesome. And you've got a carrying case that has lots of stuff in it. Holy crap, there is a lot of stuff in there, guys. We're gonna have to go through all that. In this case, appears to have a foam seal, so I believe that this is water and airtight. It feels like it. Do you want to know what's inside me? All right, so let's open this up. Man, there is a lot of stuff in here. My other IEMs didn't come with so much stuff. So here we have a little bag that has a ton of ear inserts. Oh my gosh. Like, when I looked at the Air Audio in-ear monitors, they just came with some plastic ones. it looks like these come with tons of different ones. So it looks like they have the little soft rubber ones like you'd have from like hearing protection. That's cool. And those come in a couple different sizes. They have the multiple cone looking guys right here, which are more comfortable to some people. They even have some that are like, I mean, this is compressible foam. Wow, it's gonna be hard not to find a comfortable fit with these, because I mean they come with everything, and you got the standard little rubber guys too. That is a lot of inserts. Okay, unfortunately, in my haste to pull this out, I broke the little chain that held it together. But it looks like what we have here is, okay, I'm still completely confused. We got a bunch of little tips, these like little plastic doohickeys I've never seen before. Okay, we're gonna need the manual for those ones. And this looks like it's some kind of tool for undoing something. It looks kind of like, you know, some kind of like little proprietary wrench or socket. Okay, we have another huge bag here full of goodies. Oh wow, it came with a spare cable. Now my other IEMs never came with anything like this, so that's cool. So it looks like if you screw up your pair that comes on there, so this is the pair that's actually connected to them, these guys right here, you got a backup set. So if you got a cat that likes to chew on wires, oh, this might be the set for you. Okay, I've discovered a difference between the two cables. One's longer and one's shorter. So the one that's on them is long and this one's short. So I guess you'd use this one if you were connecting it to like studio equipment, or you had something on your waist or on your belt and you didn't want a bunch of cable laying around. But still cool that it came with two cables. It also comes with an adapter from the mini to large connector. This is good if you have a mixer board or a high-end amplifier. It also came with an airplane adapter. I thought that that was interesting, so you can go from the two monos to a stereo plug. And it came with this guy right here, which looks like an inline volume adapter. So you can actually control the volume outside of whatever your source is. That's pretty handy. So this thing comes with a lot of extra gear. To me personally, the only two things that matter with these are how good they sound, and a close second is how comfortable they are. All right, so let's go ahead and disconnect them. You can see, just like the other IEMs I've reviewed, they've actually got a hard little adjustable, flexible plastic band right here so that you can route it around your ear comfortably. They have a very, very smooth shell on them. And I also noticed they have a rotating connector. That is awesome. That way you don't get this all bound up and wound up. I like that. And it looks like they come with a pair of the soft foam inserts already on them. Now, I've been really wanting to try the soft foam inserts because they expand in your ear canal and give you a flawless fit. The rubber ones, not so much. So I think that's going to be a big key to the bass success on these. You can also see that they're see-through, and you can see all the little armature drivers in there. It's actually really remarkable. A lot of people might think, why are these so expensive? Well, you got to think of it like microprocessors. They're literally fitting like, you know, 4 or 5, sometimes even 8 speakers in some of these things, all in that little itty bitty capsule there that's smaller than the tip of my finger. All right, guys, so I consulted the manual and I figured out what these little tubes are for. And they're basically little tuning ports that you use on these things to change the sound. It says blue is balanced, white is bright, and black is warm. So you can actually change the response of the speakers. That's pretty crazy. I haven't seen that before, especially on something this small. Now, this little tool I talked about earlier is actually how you get at them. You basically just take the little guy like this, put the tool on there, it grabs things and you twist it off. It's actually really easy to do. And then when you pull it out, you can see inside of there, there's a little tube. There's the little blue one. We're going to set that aside. And because I like a warmer sound, I'm going to put the little black one in there. And then you just screw it right back on. Don't force it. You got to make sure it's seated in there. It has a tiny, tiny little O-ring, so you really don't want to mess that up. Make sure you don't force anything. Tighten it up, and then you can choose any of the earpieces that you want to put on there. So I really like these. I already test fitted the foam ones, and I like them because they feel like those little ear things where you just crunch them up like this and stick them in, and they expand in your ear canal. And it literally just feels like you're wearing hearing protection. Go ahead and screw those back on. You just twist them. You push them until they're flat against the bottom. Alright, I'm going to put the other ear ports away because I don't want to lose these because they do change the sound of everything. And I may want to change that again at some point. But huge props for customizability. Okay, so now I've selected the soft foam inserts that fit my ear perfectly, and I changed the port out in these to give it a warmer sound. So now I'm going to insert it into my ear, and the thing that I really like about these is they got the rotating cable, but because it's got the soft foam insert, you just crush it down just like you would for like hearing protection or shooting protection, and you just take it and just stick it in your ear, and just press it into your ear canal, you know, a pretty good distance, you want to get in there good and tight, and just hold it and let that foam expand. and it's going to grab your ear. Like, you'll feel it. Like the sound in the room's dying down, and now I'm deaf. And then once it's in there, you just route the cable up and over your ear. Now, if you look, it doesn't look like I'm wearing anything. They're nice and clear, they're discreet, they fit in your ear canal really nicely. That cable routes around your head and goes down your back. You can even run it down your shirt. It's really cool. But they do stick in your ears really good with that foam, so I wouldn't want to be constantly removing them and putting them back in. So if you got to go somewhere, I would just unplug the cable and stick it in your pocket. All right, well, what really matters here is the sound. So I'm going to go ahead and cut away for a little while. I'm going to listen to all my favorite music, and then I'll come back to you guys with a verdict. But I can tell you right now, the sound isolation on these is phenomenal. And I would expect that because they're basically earplugs. Alright guys, well I just got done with a listening session with these, and I played around with them a whole lot, and I've actually got a lot to say about these. These are the most interesting audio accessory I think I've ever reviewed, and I'll tell you why. So, they have such a range of configurability, and I didn't realize just how much until I started tinkering around, but you know, we changed out that little plastic port, and that made them sound a lot warmer. I didn't try the brightest setting because they were pretty bright even on the with the normal tubes. So I went down to the warm setting and I preferred it. But I discovered something that was really interesting. Even though the most comfortable earpieces were the little push foam, you know, the little compressible foam pieces, I decided to try them all. So I rifled through them, and I tried these guys, which are the little, they've got like 3 little rubber silicone discs, and they're super long. They're like 1.5 inches long. And excuse the earwax on that one. When you put them in your ears at first, I swear it feels like you're tickling your brain. These go super deep in your ear. But oh my God, was the bass so much more intense and tighter with these little ear fittings versus the little compressible foam ones. The compressible foam ones sounded completely different. And I even tried the rubber ones that were in the bag. The only ones I didn't try were the yellow compressible ones because they were a little too big for my ear canal. And they just felt tight when I put them in there. But these, oh my God, if you want to talk about a difference in sound, just changing the ear cup to these little rubber ones. Now, it took a little getting used to because, I mean, they do go super deep in your ear. But I listened to some dubstep, and the bass was so tight. It was more bass and cleaner bass than I've ever heard from any other earbuds. So I thought that that was really cool. And another neat thing I discovered is these things need next to no power to operate. To be honest, even the iPhone on its highest volume setting was damn uncomfortable. And using my Objective 2 amplifier from Mayflower Electronics, I never got past the 2nd notch. Any higher than that, and it was actually physically hurting my eardrums. So these things don't need any power to run. They have a phenomenal, phenomenal sound. You know that chill you get up your spine when you're listening to your favorite song and it just hits that perfect resonance? These hit it a lot. So I'm truly impressed with these. These are honestly my new favorite thing. Now, my only complaint is when you wear these things for a long time, you're gonna have some ear fatigue. I'd imagine if you do it every day for a while, you probably get used to it and it's not a big deal anymore. But you definitely do notice it, especially with the little brain tingler extension on there, because I mean, it's in there. And even with the foam ones, if you ever wore hearing protection for a long time, I mean, it wears out your eardrums pretty good. But I like how easy these are to put into your ear. You basically just jam them in there and run the cable up and over and just bend it. But surprisingly, the noise isolation with the little white 3-cone insert for your ear is actually better than it was with the compressible foam, which I was a little surprised by that. So overall, as long as you can handle the feel of, I mean, it feels like there's a Q-tip, you know, half a mile deep in each ear, but the sound is freaking amazing. So a lot of configurability with that tool. It doesn't need a lot of power to drive. The sound on it is amazing. And even for being ear inserts, I would say the sound stage was brilliant. I will say that they're a very transparent earphone, almost borderline monitor. The only reason I wouldn't call them a monitor is because the sound does sound warm, the bass does sound intense. You generally don't get that with a monitor. But the reason why I say it's like a monitor is I was listening to some of my music that was encoded at 128 kilobits per second, and you could hear a lot of the artifacts and a lot of the background noise, like clearly. And at first I thought, oh man, these don't sound that great. But then I switched over to my FLAC audio collection and started listening to some of the stuff that was super high bitrate and lossless, and it sounded absolutely pristine. And this was all using my Objective 2 amplifier. I also used the WA7 Fireflies amp from Woo Audio. Gives you a little bit warmer sound with the tubes. But overall, I would say these are probably my favorite like sound pattern of any of the headphones that I've listened to and any of the ear inserts. I mean, these I could just sit back and close my eyes and listen to, and It's just amazing. Now, don't get me wrong. The Sennheiser HD 800s and like the Hi-Fi Man HE 500s, those are some of my favorite headphones. And if I was doing a super long listening session and I had a powerful amplifier available, those would be my choice just for comfort. But, and for soundstage. Those headphones, the open back headphones, tend to give you a very room-filling sound. These don't do a bad job though. For earphones though, these have an amazing, amazing encompassing sound. But it's not quite as good as the headphones. But I can't imagine you can do any better than this as far as something you can plug into your damn iPhone and get on a bus with. But ultimately, it does come down to the price tag. You are paying for these things. I mean, they are $1,000 if you want to go buy a pair today, and that is a lot of freaking money, especially with earbuds, because it's hard to look at these things and just say, oh man, really $1,000 for those little things? But like, man, that's weird. Now I'm so used to the noise isolation, now the room seems super loud. Hopefully that isn't picking up on the microphone. But with these guys right here, I mean, the thing that you're paying for is they're packing so much technology into such a small space. I mean, in earphones, you can put giant drivers in them. You can put 50mm, 60mm drivers in headphones. These guys got these itty-bitty little guys. You look in here through the clear plastic, and it's just a bunch of little itty-bitty boxes, and they're all feeding sound through this tiny little tube, and somehow they're able to preserve that entire sound spectrum going into your ear. So it's pretty damn amazing. So guys, like I said, Massdrop.com is giving a pair of these away to one of you lucky guys. So all you have to do to be entered is head over to Massdrop.com and open up an account. It's completely free to create an account over there. And that's it. That's all you got to do. And they're going to draw a winner on the 19th of January. So guys, get that account created. And also come over and follow me on Twitter. I'm at Barnacules. And if you guys have used a pair of these before or other Shure audio accessories, please let me know about it. Because after listening to these, I'm going to have to check out some more stuff from Shure. Because they definitely make some pretty amazing stuff. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure as hell enjoyed these. So I want to thank Massdrop once again for sending them over for review. Because these are a game changer. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to slap these suckers back in and get back to work. Till next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please take a moment and subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot. Also come over to Twitter. I'm at Barnacules. I'm a real social guy. Also, if you have a couple of minutes, check out some of these many other videos. I made them myself.